Hello friends, it's Miss Kristen with the Cambria County Library. Today I'll be reading you the story of The Kissing Hand. Whether your child's going back to school or just needs to separate from you for a short amount of time, The Kissing Hand is a very encouraging story for both the child and the grown-up.
The Kissing Hand by Audrey Penn. Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and cried. "I don't want to go to school," he told his mother. "I want to stay home with you. I want to play with my friends and play with my toys and read my books and swing on my swing. Please, may I stay home with you?" Mrs. Raccoon took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. "Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do," she told him gently. "Even if they seem strange and scary at first, but you will love school once you start. You will make new friends and play with new toys and read new books and swing on new swings. Besides," she added, "I know a wonderful secret that'll make your nights at school seem as warm and cozy as your days at home." Chester wiped away his tears and looked interested. "A secret? What kind of secret?" "A very old secret," Mrs. Raccoon said. "I learned it from my mother, and she learned it from hers. It's called the Kissing Hand." "The Kissing Hand?" asked Chester. "What is that?" "I'll show you." Mrs. Raccoon took Chester's left hand and spread open his tiny fingers into a fan. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester right in the middle of his palm. Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand, up his arm, and into his heart. Even his silky mask tingled with a special warmth. Mrs. Raccoon smiled. "Now," she told Chester, "whenever you feel lonely and need a little loving from home, just press your hand to your cheek and think, 'Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you,' and that very kiss will jump to your face and fill you with toasty, warm thoughts." She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped his fingers around the kiss. "Now do be careful not to lose it," she teased him. "But don't worry. When you open your hand and wash your food, I promise the kiss will stick." Chester loved his kissing hand. Now he knew his mother's love would go with him wherever he went, even to school. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and looked thoughtful. Suddenly, he turned to his mother and grinned. "Give me your hand," he told her. Chester took his mother's hand into his own and folded her large, familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of her hand. "Now you have a kissing hand too," he told her. And with a gentle goodbye and an "I love you," Chester turned and danced away. Mrs. Raccoon watched Chester scamper across the tree limb and enter school. And as the hoot owl rang in the new school year, she pressed her left hand to her cheek and smiled. The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. "Chester loves you," it sang. "Chester loves you." The end.
It's sign time. Here are a couple words that you can teach your little one if they're heading off to school, or you're heading to work, or you just have to leave your child for whatever reason for a few minutes. You can teach them word, "I love you very much." The older kids are able to put their two middle fingers down and have the pinky, pointer, and thumb finger up. "I love you very much." For the little ones who may not be able to move their fingers quite as well, they can just give themselves a hug with their hands crossed in front of them. Now for getting ready for back to learning time, here are the words "I'm learning." Point to yourself for I'm. And learning is you could put one hand flat in front of you like it's your book, and you're scooping up the knowledge and putting it into your mind. And you do that twice. Learning. I'm learning. Very good. Thank you for joining me for story time today. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye.